Hey, what's going on, guys? Poison Rain here, and welcome to another tutorial. In my last video, I said I would do a tutorial on the diagonal piston bolt that I made, and I also said that if the straight piston bolt didn't have a video, I would do that as well. It has a video, so it'll be in the description of this one. So yeah, this diagonal piston bolt is just as fast as the one on SciCraft, while the straight one by Pretty Gaming is double the speed of the one on SciCraft. Instead of 20 blocks per second, it is 40 blocks per second. This one here is just 28.28 blocks per second. So, how to build it? I'm going to build it from the ground up. So, I'm going to start here. Alright, this is the setup. So, you're going to want to start off of these four here. And then these four blocks, they can be any block. They don't have to be iron. You place them down. You then place your detector rail at the end with 3 powered rails. Then next to the powered rails is a solid block. And then the button. Then here, you're going to want to go diagonal down off of this. And then place a block. Then on top of it, place redstone. Make an L with that. Place redstone on both of those blocks. Go up diagonal here. Place redstone dust here and here. And then a repeater here with 2 ticks. And then here you'll want a repeater there, facing into that block. And then, of course, a block underneath it if it's above a void. And then a repeater here. So you get this checkerboard pattern on this side, but on this side you do not. You'll just have 2 repeaters in a row there. And then after that, you will build a block in front of that repeater, then a block here, block in front of there, block here, and then repeat that all the way down to wherever you want your piston bolt to end. And then repeaters. And on this side, you're going to want to do the same thing. Block in front of it, then a block there, then up, over, all the way down to where you want. That's not the right place. All the way down to where you want your piston bolt to end. Yeah, and then one more. And then, of course, more repeaters. Then on top of those repeaters, you'll want to place downward facing observers, where their face is facing down and not their power. Then in between all these these observers, you're going to want to place solid or full blocks. They don't have to be solid, they just have to be full blocks. Or basically anything that isn't soul sand or honey. Because I have not tested those and I don't know whether or not they'll work. And there is a chance that they won't, so fair warning. Anyways, Then on top of every observer, you're going to want to place a sticky piston facing inwards towards the center of the piston bolt. It will be the same way that this piston here is facing. On this side, I should say. On the other side, it will face towards the center again, but from the other side. You can imagine there's a piston here as well, and you're just following that piston's direction. But you don't need that piston. And that's most of the setup done. Now you just need to curve your rails. Place 3 rails like this, then break those all the way down. And that is the last rail you'll need because of how this works. You need a piston or a sticky piston with a trapdoor. It could be a trapdoor of any kind, and you just open them or place them facing towards the outside of the piston, meaning that if you were to open the trapdoor, it will not be touching the piston here. If I place it this way, it's touching the piston. Place it this way, it's touching the piston. This way, it's touching the piston. But this way, it's not touching this sticky piston here. And on this piston here, you do not need a trapdoor. It's just on the sticky pistons. And here you have it. This is your diagonal piston bolt. It's pretty small for a piston bolt, and even if you wanted to, you could run a third redstone line down here. That would, let's say, activate some redstone lamps. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, you have space down here to work with maybe some additional redstone that you want to shove into this piston bolt. For maybe a redstone lamps that go off as you're going down it. But yeah, it's dustless other than this mechanism here. And if I were to place my minecart in here, it'll be fine. That is the fastest it can fire off. If I were to remove a tick of delay here and then replace these here with dust, the piston bolt will not work because this piston fires too soon. So yeah, there you go. Your diagonal piston bolt. This is infinitely expandable. And just build it as far as you need it. The closest I think you can build them... I don't think I built mine in my other world properly to where they were as close as they could be. I feel like they could be built like this, where you're making sure to build with only one gap between the sticky pistons instead of two, which is what I had on my survival world. But you could have it like this if you did it right at the beginning. I did not, so I had a 2-block gap, which made my tunnel bigger and bulkier. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, hit the like button, duh. If you have any issues, tell me in the comments. But make sure that you check the comments for other people who have had the same issue. On my two-way flying machine, my compact one, many people kept asking me about the same exact problems, and I think I answered the back and forth issue like 4 times, 5 times maybe. If you're new to the channel, then hit the subscribe button. If you really want to keep up with these interesting redstone and useful redstone builds and slimestone, then hit the bell icon as well. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming this week. I'm recording this a week in advance because I'm going to go on a trip to the mountains. So I don't know what my schedule is going to be like next week entirely. I know I'll be back on Tuesday, so I don't know if I'll be in the mood to stream. But yeah. See you guys in the next video, and have a nice day.